Not entirely sure what happened to my phone, but fundamentally it just cut out. So this is going to be part 2, and I'm going to start with round 4 and then just go through the answers. Okay, so part 1 cut out rather quickly, but here is part 2, which is including round 4. So you might have heard this from the last kind of bit, but question number 1 is, what this week Parliament reopened after the Easter recess? Who is the current leader of the House of Commons? Question number 2, how many land borders does Germany share with other countries? Question number 3, the stars on the US flag represent the 50 states in the Union. We already knew that. But what do the red and white stripes represent? What do the red and white stripes represent? Question number 4, the UK government have set a target for testing people for COVID-19 by the end of April. What target by the end of April have they set themselves? So how many people? What's the target of how many people they can test by the end of April? Question number 5. Now, honest truth here, I just thought this, and then obviously there's been the big night in, and she was on that. So it's kind of blown my question a little bit, really, which is a bit annoying. And also she was a little bit annoying anyway. But question number 5 is, what is the name of Dawn French's character in The Vicar of Dibley? What is the name of Dawn French's character in The Vicar of Dibley? That was question number 5. Question number 6. In the Six Nations, what is the maximum amount of points a team can receive for winning a match? In the Six Nations, what is the maximum amount of points a team can receive for winning a match? Question number 7. I'm going to give you a choice here. Question number 7. A balafon is A, a type of food, B, an instrument, C, sporting equipment, or D, a piece of military hardware. So a balafon is A, a type of food, B, an instrument, C, sporting equipment, or D, a piece of military hardware. Question number 8. In what city would you find the Charles Bridge? In what city would you find the Charles Bridge? Question number 8. Question number 9. Who did New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern jokingly announce were key workers? So who did New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern jokingly announce were key workers, or could be classified as key workers? And the last question of round 4 is, on the standard UK Scrabble board, how many points would you get for the word corona? On the standard UK Scrabble board, how many points would you get for the word corona? And lastly, the bonus question, always usually leave with a bonus question, the one you don't have a hope in hell of actually answering. But you get a point if you get it, but it doesn't count to the overall total. But question number 11 is, my mother was born in what UK town or city? Me mum was born in what UK town or city? Okay, right. Feel free to go for a break, pause me, mute me, whatever you want to do. Obviously, never going to know whatever you do. But what I thought would be a good idea is if we just go back through the answers now. So I'll start with round 1. If you're swapping answers, feel free to send them now via WhatsApp or Zoom or however you're doing it. But round 1, answers. So this is the film trivia round. Here are answers to round 1. Question 1, the name of the James Bond film that is the delayed release is No Time to Die. I think it's a bit ironic, that really, isn't it? I think it would have been a bit inappropriate releasing that with that title, but No Time to Die. Question number 2, if an actor were to break the fourth wall, what would they be doing? They would be speaking to the audience. That's what they call breaking the fourth wall, so speaking to the audience, or to the viewer or whoever's watching. Question number 3, how many Oscars has Daniel Day-Lewis won? He's won 3. He won it for My Left Foot, really good film if you haven't seen it, My Left Foot. He won it for Lincoln, and he also won it for, what was the other one? It'll come back to me. He's won 3. He's won 3. It's really annoying. I have to Google that, but he's won 3. Question number 4, what film is the famous catchphrase, he's looking at you, kid? It's from Casablanca. It's from Casablanca. Question number 5. In the film Forrest Gump, as a child, Forrest supposedly inspires which musician's famous dance move is Elvis Presley, because in the film, Forrest Gump has magic legs. He's got those metal rods on the legs, and he does a little shake, and apparently in the film anyway, it inspires Elvis Presley to do his wobbly leg kind of dance routine. Question number 6. What's the connection between the film 1917 and the actress Kate Winslet? It's Sam Mendes. So Sam Mendes was a director of 1917, and he also was the former husband of Kate Winslet. So Sam Mendes is the connection there. What does Ben-Hur, Titanic, and Lord of the Rings, Return of the King have in common? Well, they're the 3 films that have got the most Oscars in history. They won 11 Oscars each. So they're the 3 films in Oscar history. Weird trivia as well, there's been an actor that was in 2 of them. I forgot the name of the guy, but he plays King Theodred in Return of the King, and he's also the captain, Captain Smith in Titanic. Same actor. Right, question number 8. Helen Mirren won an Oscar for portraying what person? It's Queen Elizabeth II, old Queenie. It was based on Princess Diana's death and kind of her response to it. Really, really, again, really good film. Martin Sheen, Charlie Sheen, Martin Sheen, something Sheen. Does a really good impression, or plays Tony Blair. Right, question number 9. The 2011 film The Raid is set in which Southeast Asian country? It's Indonesia. Indonesia. Again, excellent film. Question 10. In the film and Book Atonement, what profession is the character Cecilia Tallis? Of course, she's a nurse. Much love to all nurses and healthcare professionals and doctors, everyone working in the NHS. So she was a nurse. So total those up. I'm frantically trying to think of Daniel Day-Lewis's other Oscar win. It's really annoying. Lincoln was his most recent. It wasn't Gangs of New York. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's been nominated for loads. Round 2. All things British. So the answers to round 2. God Save the Queen is our current national anthem. It was made for King George II. It was actually in response to a Scottish invasion and eventually led to the Battle of Culloden. The Scots had invaded and were kind of near Derby, and they commissioned God Save the King as a kind of a morale-boosting performance. There is actually, apparently there was a chorus or a segment that all about killing Scots, supposedly. So it's George II. Right, question number 2. The BBC is state-funded, of course. How much is a TV licence? Now, I'll give you £2 either side, because it actually went up by £3 in April. But it's £157 for the TV licence. Question number 3. Beatles were from Liverpool. What is the longest motorway in the UK? Now, I would have gone for the other one. I would have gone for the M1, but it's not the M1. It's the M6. It's the M6. And if you really want to include the M6 toll, but, I don't have the calculation for that, but apparently it's 232 miles long. Quite a lot. True or false? The Spice Girls are the best-selling girl group of all time. It's true, they are. 85 million records they've sold worldwide. 20 million more than number 2, which is TLC. Girl power. Well done, stuff. Good stuff, girls. Right, question number 6. What is the largest county in England by surface area? It's North Yorkshire. North Yorkshire. Obviously, Yorkshire used to be one county, but they split it. But still, North Yorkshire is still the largest. This one really made me nearly vomit. Honestly, it really did. But the UK Christmas number 1, what really annoys me, I actually really like this food as well, and they've really sullied it. So who won the UK number 1 in 2019? It was Lad Baby. Apparently they're a YouTube family, and anyone who knows YouTube better than I will probably know that. But they're Lad Baby and We Love Sausage Rolls. It was a remake of Joan Jett's I Love Rock and Roll, but Joan Jett didn't do the original either. But We Love Sausage Rolls. Yeah, anyway, moving on swiftly. Question number 8. Oh yes, is a phrase taken from an advert from which UK company? Churchill Insurance. Lord Hereford's Knob. Now, I chose this because obviously we do this for DV Silver. Lord Hereford's Knob. It's great views when you get to the top of it. You can see the River Wye. It's beautiful. That is in the Brecon Beacons, or if you want to do the Black Mountains or the Black Hills, whatever you want to call it. So Brecon Beacons or the Black Mountains would have been absolutely fine. And Theresa May did the Maybot at the Tory Party conference, and what was the song she came out to? It was Dancing Queen by ABBA, Dancing Queen. Obviously, she was getting a lot of flack for kind of random weird dances, so she thought she'd come out fighting to Dancing Queen. And it worked out really well for Theresa May, who subsequently resigned not too, well, I suppose about a year after. Was it Brexit that stuffed Theresa May, or was it Theresa May that stuffed Theresa May? I'll wait for the biographies on her. Anyway, right, round 3. Name the movies from the Bad Melodica. So, apologies, you're going to have to listen through it all again. I'll try and speed this up. So, number 1. Jurassic Park, of course. This is number 2. This is a really hard one. But that is Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind, number 2 was. Number 3. It's Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is number 3. Number 3 is Lord of the Rings. This is number 4. Probably got this one. It is Rocky. Rocky is number 4. This is number 5. I'm hoping you got Chariots of Fire. Chariots of Fire. You could maybe hear it from the sound in the background, but this is obviously The Bodyguard. That was number 6. Song number 6 was The Bodyguard. Song number 7. James Bond. Song number 8. It's Titanic. Song number 8 was Titanic. Song number 9. This is a really difficult one, and it would have been quite difficult to actually understand which one it is. This is Halloween, the film Halloween. Well done if you got that. I would not even come close. Song number 10. Again, another really hard one. If you got this, I'd have been really impressed. And the song is Spirited Away. The cartoon, Japanese cartoon. Brilliant, but wouldn't have got that one. Song number 11 is Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean, I'm sure you got that. Pirates of the Caribbean, number 11. Number 12. Now, I would have thought this was The Godfather. It's not The Godfather. It's actually Harry Potter. It sounded like The Godfather, but number 12, song 12, is Harry Potter. Really bad melodica playing. Song number 13, Jaws. Let's make it sound. That's obviously Jaws was number 13. Song 14. This is the Imperial March, which is obviously from Empire Strikes Back, or Star Wars. Star Wars. If you've got Star Wars, that's fine. But it's Empire Strikes Back. So song 14 was Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back. And last song, song number 15. I wouldn't have got this. It's Terminator, apparently. That was Terminator, the last song. Song number 15 was Terminator. So apologies in advance for the confusion potentially about some of those songs, but some of you got, some of you wouldn't have done. Here's fingers crossed for me actually uploading that successfully to YouTube. Right, okay, so that was round 3. That's out of 15. And round 4, general knowledge and current affairs. So, question number 1, the answer to question number 1. This week, Parliament reopens. Who is the current Leader of the House of Commons? Now, it's actually a cabinet role, Leader of the House of Commons, and it's Jacob Rees-Mogg. Jacob Rees-Mogg. Question number 2, how many land borders does Germany share with other countries? Now, a little bit risky, but I suppose 80 odd years ago, it was a bit of a bad thing to share a land border with Germany. A bit risky, that one. But question number 2 of round 4 is 9. It shares 9 land borders. So it's Denmark, Poland, Belgium, Switzerland, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Austria, Czech Republic, and France. So it's 9. Well done if you got that. Right, question number 3. The stars on the US flag represent the 50 states in the Union. What do the red and white stripes represent? They represent the original 13 colonies. So the original 13 colonies. So if you've got original colonies or 13 original states, give yourself a point. Question number 4. The UK government has set a target of 100,000 tests. 100,000 tests is the target that they've set. Question number 5. What is the name of Dawn French's character in The Vicar of Dibley? I mean, if I'm being really honest, like, the only character I found really funny was the no guy, or when she jumped in the puddle, it turned out to be really deep. But maybe I should rewatch it. Anyway, question number 5. Dawn French's character in The Vicar of Dibley is Geraldine Granger. Geraldine Granger. Question number 6. In the Six Nations, what is the maximum amount of points a team can receive for winning a match? It's 5. You get 4 for winning the game, but then if you get a bonus point if you get 4 tries. So it's 5. We've never known this, so apologies for putting in the quiz. But question number 7, a balafon. If there's any music teachers or musicians out there that got this, well done to you. I'm thinking of the music department and a couple of people that might have got this. But a balafon is a type of instrument. So A was type of food, not type of food. B was instrument, C sport and equipment, and D military hardware is an instrument. It's a West African kind of instrument. It's like a xylophone. I say not with any intellectual authority. I had no idea what it was until I Googled it. Right, question number 8. What city would you find Charles Bridge? It's in Prague, Czech Republic. Prague. Question number 9. Jacinda Ardern, the Prime Minister from New Zealand, announced that key workers, now you could have got either one of these, 1 point for total. If you got either one of these, you get a point. If you got both, it's still 1 point. But it's the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy were said by Jacinda Ardern to be key workers. It's around about Easter time, so fair enough. And question number 10. On a standard UK Scrabble board, how many points would you get for the word corona, spelled C-O-R-O-N-A? It's 8. 8 marks, or 8 points you get for it. So that's the last question that matters in round 4. So total up the answers. It's out of 45 today. If you want the bonus question, if you care that much, my mother was born in what UK town city? Now I always used to think it was Chatham, but it's not. It's Gillingham. She grew up in Chatham, but she was born in Gillingham. Gillingham still supports Gillingham Town Football Club. So there we go. A little bit more of a window into my world. So thanks for playing along. Apologies, it's in 2 parts. You have to watch the second part. It's not about YouTube hits. I swear to God, it's not. I'm not getting any money for it. But yeah, why would I? But anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this week's quiz. And see you next week for the next one, Pub Quiz 6. Or I might just recycle last week's one, Pub Quiz 4, which I couldn't get up. Anyway, there'll be a pub quiz next week. See you later. Bye-bye.